and welcome. It's the middle of July and here in the UK we are officially in the middle of a heat wave. It has been sweltering hot this week, 30 degrees centigrade and above, and it's forecast to do exactly the same for at least another week to come. An interesting point I found was this time last year I started a garden tour video in this very spot beside this gorgeous pink hollyhock and titled my video July Heat Wave because it was ridiculously hot. So it seems to be becoming a bit more of the norm. Sweltering hot couple of weeks in July. Now we're still quite early in the morning, so I'm going to go and take a quick look around the garden before things get too hot. I'm very pleased to report that the persimmon tree I moved earlier this year is still faring very nicely. It seems to be coping well with this heat, considering it was moved and transplanted at very much the wrong time of year. My begonia, on the other hand, is still struggling. I think my shade cover is helping, but it's still not looking too happy. I've not grown begonias before, and I think they would probably prefer a shadier spot. This midday heat is just too much for them. The dahlias that I planted in here are looking good and healthy. This pink one's particularly pretty, got lots of little flowers on it and lots more buds to come. The tall one beside it I recognise as Bishop of Landulph. The two stockier ones at the front have got the beginnings of flower buds, but no flowers yet. This Gardener's Delight tomato is the first of mine to start showing any colour. With just a hint of orange at the moment, shouldn't be long before they're nice and ripe. The sweet corn is almost touching the roof and is putting on its polleny tassels and its little tassely bits for the corn, so I need to make sure they get pollinated. Sweet corn's a wind pollinated plant, so here in the polytunnel I'll have to be the wind. Give them all a little shake every day. The cucumber plant has been producing cucumbers like crazy. It does seem to be suffering though, getting lots of dry crunchy leaves near the bottom. I'm not sure if it's too hot and getting sun scorch, or if it's just I'm not watering it enough to keep up with its needs. The end of its growing points seem to be doing nice and well, staying green and continuing to grow. Just these lower, earlier leaves are all brown and crunchy. Got another cucumber to get today. This is the size I'm picking them at. I've had about 20 already from this one plant, so I'm glad I've only got one. I have been pickling them as well as eating them daily with my lunch. This seems to be the last of the big ones for a few days, so that'll be good. A bit of respite for both me and the plant. There's still lots more on the way though. This is the cucumber plant. I've been training him up a string in the same way you would a tomato, twisting its stem around it, and at the other end of its bed I have a squash that's suddenly taken off and is running all the way down the end of the tunnel. Got lots of nice big tomatoes this year. This is a money maker, I think. Where's its label? Yep, money maker. Another one just starting to change colour, and this is Shirley. I've not grown Shirley before, so it's a new variety for me. Looking forward to seeing how she tastes. About 2 weeks ago now, I had a bit of a planting session, getting things out of their starter pots and into the ground. So I've got this row of black cherry tomatoes, and on the other side I've got 3 cauliflower plants that are much happier now they've finally got their roots into the ground and not restricted in a little 3-inch pot. And my latest tiny tomato plants that I'm hoping might just get enough gardening season left to give me a crop were actually seeds from a supermarket tomato, a little cherry tomato called Sugar Bell. I bought some cherry tomatoes in the supermarket. They tasted delicious, so I decided to plant some seeds. And this is the result. So I've got 6 little plants in this row. The many dahlias I planted outside are starting to flower as well. So I'll bring you in for a closer look at each of those. I did keep the cardboards from the packets this spring, so I'll be able to match up the flowers with their pictures and give them a name.
This first one is a dahlia I grew from seed a few years ago, so sadly I don't know the name of this one. It's a short dahlia with lots of pale pink flowers. The next dahlia is Sylvia, not quite open yet, but you can see the orange of its petals. Another one not fully open yet, Thomas A. Edison, is going to be a beautiful dark purple. And this pretty deep red one is Gallery Singer, another short dahlia with lots of flowers. Next is my most splendid specimen so far, this big fluffy head of Kennemere Land. Absolutely gorgeous. Another pink dahlia, this one's called Nesco. This red is Nesco as well, they come in all sorts of different colours. And last for today is the Bishop of Dover. It has dark red leaves and a white flower with a blush of pink. This is not a dahlia, it's a red crocosmia with the name of Lucifer.
This nasturtium's rather nice, a beautiful dark red. I'm so used to lots of oranges and yellows. This red is gorgeous. The sunflowers have started flowering and the squashes are shooting off across the garden. I chose several different varieties of sunflowers this year and quite a few dark red ones. Reds look really nice on the front of the seed packets, but I think I still prefer the yellows in real life with their bright sunny yellow petals. The reds make some interesting difference and contrast though. So I have some tall ones, as you see, a lot taller than me, but I also have some short stocky varieties. It's not a stunted plant that had a hard time getting going. It's just a short stocky variety. And I have to admit, I think I'm liking this height. Something I have noticed with the red varieties I'm growing, there seems to be a much stronger tendency to have lots of smaller buds coming out as side shoots on both the tall one and the short variety. Get that yellow one out. Yay! Bright yellow sunflower. So here's the tall red one. Lots more flowers to come, because as we work our way down the stem, where's my hand? I don't know. Down, down, here we are. More flower buds. And this red is really nice. I do like this a lot. It has so many flowers on it. And still lots more to come. Is it one plant? It is. Well, it had a big flower in the middle. These are its little side flowers. This is a slightly chocolatey orangey red. I like this a lot. I'll definitely be saving some seeds from this one. This is another short stocky one, but I think it might be a yellow flower because its stems are very green. Those with the red flowers seem to have a reddy purple stem as well. And a splendid yellow. You got any squash? The squash are lots of leaves and lots of flowers, but no guaranteed set fruit yet, or not that I've seen. Got the beginnings of fruit, but until it gets a bit bigger and this flower buds drops off, I'll knock that away. They tend to attract the slugs. Ooh! That one looks hopeful, starting to show a bit of size. So that's a set fruit. Oh wow, this curry plant's doing better than I thought. There are fruits everywhere. They weren't there 2 days ago.
Time to pick some fruit. This blueberry's just starting to ripen. Half the berries are still green, but there's plenty of blue ones as well.
The cherries have been amazing this year. I'm not sure why the birds aren't eating them. I think there's just too many. Even they can't take them all.
Time for a bit of cherry picking. This is a very large cherry tree, and sadly there are lots of fruits in the higher branches I just can't reach. I have tried. I've even been up the step ladder picking cherries, but even then there are still lots out of reach. It's very frustrating to see them hanging up there all ripe and ready, and I can't get them.
Yay! Lots and lots of lovely cherries. I've been eating them for about 2 weeks now. It's lovely. These unattended compost bins are doing very well, all by themselves with no help from me. I have potatoes that are just starting to flower. I didn't plant them in here on purpose. They're obviously throwouts from last year. This green at the bottom is a lemon balm that put itself here, and a rather pretty poppy sprouting out the side. And on this side we've got more of that red nasturtium. So it's all looking very nice, an extra free garden bonus. Here by the compost bins is where I'm going to end the video for today and get myself indoors in the shade before this sun gets too hot.
I did harvest some more soft fruit today to go with those cherries and blueberries. I've got a few white currants, lots of red currants and blackberries from the polytunnel, and that cucumber of course. If you've enjoyed today's video, click that like button and let me know. Click subscribe and YouTube will make sure you see my next video. Bye for now and thanks for watching. And remember, whatever you're doing, have fun doing it.